points that you had made about meeting where how cognizant do you have to be of the fact that I think it's 122 innings and then even preseason and the process of you would have to build back in terms of how much he could take on hypothetically for the rest of the season.
Yeah. We gotta look at everything he's done so far in 2023 and then look forward to 2024 spring training and work backward from that. Where does Paul want to be? Where do we want to help him get to spring training 2024? Work backward from that, factoring what he's already done this year, and build a program from there. And the first step to that, as I said, is just get with him on the ground in Florida. Listen to him first. Listen to what he says, how he feels, what he has been doing for the last few weeks, what he thinks makes sense going forward. We do want to build a progression, assuming there's nothing, something unforeseen or something. I think we would expect that he would build back up and build back toward competition this season in 2023. But first things first, get them on the ground in Florida.
Then a look.
He's thrown 122 2/3 innings, a lot of pitches over that time. How much is there caution on your end in terms of maybe not wanting to overload him, even if he is built back up? Just be careful with the guy who's already got a full college season, which would be a full minor league season for most guys.
Careful, yes, and that's where the that assessment needs to happen when he gets to Florida and get our hands on him kind of now in person. Definitely factor in what he's already done. So careful, yes, and this is a very competitive athlete, and part of helping him go forward is to make sure we keep putting stuff in front of him. And ultimately, for a pitcher, it's got to include competition at some point. So if there's some reason that we find together with Paul to not do that in 2023, of course we can adjust. But our hope is that there's a way to do that is safe and considers what he's already done, but just puts him in that much stronger position going into 2024.
How important was it for you to get him signed and get this process going to you?
Yeah, I think that's just it. It's mostly that to get a chance to start working with him as quickly as possible and start to build that program. And again, working backward from next spring training and anticipating a full professional season. We also want to be mindful of what the off season looks like and try to mimic what a typical professional off season would look like also. So we'll factor all that in. But the sooner we get started with that, the better. So this is helpful. And then of course we've got an entire draft class to sign too, so they all kind of relate to each other in some way. So this is a really important step.
And what's it like to sign a guy to the highest bonus in draft history, and yet you come 500,000 under slot? Kind of two different things in one.
I mean, look, Paul earned his way to the first selection, and he earned every bit of that. And in terms of how that sort of shakes out or manifests in the bonuses, I mean, the bonus pool is going to, in theory, grow over time for every team, in the industry, and that means that over time, the highest bonus will continue to get broken at some point. That's the way it goes. But for us, I think I said before, this was a difficult decision, but on that Sunday also became a very clear decision. We're really excited that he's a Pirate.
And I know you guys have been very adamant that you were going to take the best player on the board, but I've gotten the question a lot of times of what else does this mean for this team? Does it mean that you guys feel like you're closer if you're taking, a college pitcher? Even the fact that there are those types of questions, is that encouraging that, this is building towards what you guys want it to be?
Well,
he could be a part of it, I'm sorry.
We do believe we're getting closer. We understand clearly, and the game will tell you in ways all the time how much work you still have to do, and so we know that, and talk is cheap, but we do believe we're getting closer. We were going to take the best player for the Pirates, and there happened to be a handful of really strong performing advanced college players in this draft, and that was a good thing for us. But you know, it's two different things. We want to be good as fast as we possibly can be, and we want to take the best player in this year's draft. We think both those things can be true.
What was the